Welcome to CityLine on this Fashion Friday. We've been looking at some really great styles from Yorkdale Mall. We did the sales. Now we want to talk a little bit about spring. So, Lynn, you've been guiding us through this. I'm so excited to see the trends for spring. This is a good sneak peek.
This is a nice sneak peek for sure. And what I liked about it was that I had the opportunity to pull the spring as I was pulling the sales. So we'll start with Amber. And we're going to see that there is a huge return to 60s and to 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s in a lot of the fashions. This for me is Parachute Club. It's that whole 80s kind of very voluminous.
Some people are a little scared about the return of the 80s, I think.
I think so.
I mean, this looks good because there's always an adaptation. It always comes back, but it's always changed a little bit.
Well, it's always more sophisticated, and it's always a little more streamlined. But still, if you'll remove the little belt, this is all from H&M, and they do all the trends inexpensively and wonderfully. Just slow down for just Mrs. Speedy over here. So what I loved about this, and I'll take your bag away for a second, is that this is what the jacket looks like. Now, for people that would love this look, turn around, I think it's fantastic. It's completely gathered at the back.
Yeah.
It's absolutely lovely. Gathered on the bottom, very sort of mushroomy. It's a marvelous, beautiful, feminine jacket. But the moment that we belted it, then it gives you some shape. So for anybody that's going to steer away from it because they don't like the fact that it's voluminous, don't be afraid. You can definitely make it smaller.
Some of us don't want to look like we're carrying twins,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Some of us can afford to.
But some people will love the look of it, and they'll just throw it over a pair of jeans and a t-shirt.
Right.
And then what I thought would be fun is to show you. So they have all of these great little strapless bubble tops that I thought were fun in the finest cotton, except that instead of just buying them and wearing them alone or over a little tank top, I thought that because they'd done all the tone on tone, that I would do it with this incredible voluminous blouse that they have. So they've got these incredible tones. So the trend is bare, nude, very monochromatic, very, very natural. And so there's one trend, and the second trend is voluminous, fuller, and then the next trend is the trouser, which is the new trouser but the old trouser. So it's a high paper bag waist, which you see here, a lot of pleating, very low, that we would have stayed away from in the past, but the leg gets narrower at the ankle. So it's not for everybody, but it's absolutely fun, and when it's cuffed up a little bit, it's even more casual. But I think that they've done it in a very, very good way, a very, very nice way.
It's flattering, but
it's
I'm glad
a flattering
trouser because it may be on trend. If it doesn't look good on you,
then don't. So this is really for somebody that loves the look of volume and loves the stone color of it, which I think is great. We went to Aldo for that great sandal again.
Once again,
in that
they look great in
beautiful
brown as well.
And then we found this beautiful stamped bag at the Bay. So it's about neutrals with naturals.
Excellent. Thanks, Amber.
Thank you. And then Banana Republic, of course, the classics are still absolutely around, and the trench is very classic, double-breasting. Rather than making it too sort of neutral and masculine, the paler shade of white seems to make a more feminine trench coat. And then the black buttons stylizes a little bit more. We did it with this incredible, almost a hunter green bag, and we're seeing the hunter green all the way through spring. Kelly greens, a number of different greens.
I love that green.
Which is quite beautiful. And then we're going to show you, I'm going to take that away from you so you can take the jacket off, which is terrific. And again, Banana has decided,
that's nice.
So we're seeing all these glazing, all of this kind of metallic, but instead of doing it in what we saw in the past, which would have been a lot of natural, neutral tones, the navy, I thought, really exemplified that beautiful shimmer and sheen that's metallic, but it's much more sophisticated this way. But talk about, I mean, this is almost courage inspired. And if you'll turn around, you'll just see the cut of the jacket. You see it's very, very simple with a very, very wide waistband. Rather the hemband. And then again, removing that so it's collarless. So you could wear that with a pair of jeans, but I love the idea of a dress and jacket because then it becomes,
the dress.
Isn't that quite beautiful? Very 60s. A higher neck, that could be rolled down if you will. But again, instead of it being flared out, it's now tapered into the body, which I thought was quite beautiful. And the glazing of it makes it look quite sophisticated and very 2009, but it still really represents a 60s sort of inspiration. And then, of course, the most magnificent jeweled bracelet and the bag, as you see. And then we went and we found...
That's the first thing I saw when she walked in here. That's gorgeous.
Absolutely. It's gorgeous. Yes, banana. And then we went to Brown's and we got a great little wedge in the... And don't have to do a navy shoe. You can still do a black, and it looks perfectly fantastic.
Great. Thank you.
So a little bit more of spring from Yorkdale.
Yeah. 60s and 80s. Are we going to see shoulder pads?
No.
Okay, they're
And
not.
if we do, we're going to rip them out.
Okay.
Because they really still are going to look exactly the same way as they did.
Yeah.
You know, when we were wearing them.
Yeah,
and
I'm not ready for those.
It's not natural, and I still think that a woman's body is still, you know, it wants to look natural.
Right.
So this one is from, this is Club Monaco, and I loved this on Shakira just because here's another form of the green, another shade of green in the Kelly, and this is going to take you right through the summer months. It's a 3/4 sleeve, so anybody that's thinking, am I going to wear that 3/4 sleeve again that I bought last year? It's still absolutely here. And that higher waistline also, just that tends to trim just below the bust and then flare out ever so slightly. But the high collar that we saw, again, is returned because it's very flattering. So now we're going to do this, but instead of doing it with another color like a navy, we decided to do it with a very graphic print black and white. Black and white is huge for the season. So now it's done exactly that. You asked me, are bows in? Bow blouses, we saw them in a number of different collections. So the black and white we thought was quite beautiful, but this time with a wide leg trouser, and again, just instead of just doing that all black, bringing the color of the green pattern. So skinny belts are definitely happening. The snakeskin is huge for the spring.
And that was really big in the fall, too.
Absolutely, but now the color combinations, though, are definitely spring-like, and we thought that that was fantastic. And this is all from Club
Monaco?
Yes.
Good, looks good.
Gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I really am looking forward to getting stuff in that green. I like the green.
So now we're looking at Ruth in Ralph Lauren, and this is from the Bay, and what we thought was quite fun is that it would be super duper metallic. It would be ciré, it would be really silver tones. This is great with white, but we wanted to say, to start the season off slowly, we decided to do it as a windbreaker and layering all of the sweaters on top of it. So he did a whole silver collection. And so if you will remove that, there is this great, and we did it with a very pale, because guess what's happening? It's pastels. So there's this whole pastel movement. There are brights, there are metallics, but I like the idea of not doing a metallic with this, but doing something more up in the pastel genre with this, which I thought was quite fun.
You can fit like 3 pairs of shoes in that bag.
This is again, and look at what it looks like, but it looks great with gray. So it's nice with gray, and it's nice with navy, and it looks beautiful with brown. So isn't that great to know that you can wear it quite often? And then he did just a great little tank top in the lurex, which was pretty. And I decided, instead of using this as my topper, because that looks very beautiful with a pair of pants, that looks great as a tie around the neck. So instead of doing a trouser this time, we thought we would mix it with another store. Mendocino had this beautiful silver and white skirt. So you see that we're doing a couple of different styles together. Something more tailored, more evening, something very loose and whimsical, by the way, on sale. And then this brand new for a windbreaker with white, which can be dressy or very casual for the weekend. And then Brown's has just done their new collection of sandals, which I thought were absolutely stunning.
And you totally pulled it off without looking like a robot.
Yeah, it's true, because
you don't want to go too much silver shiny, right?
Yes, absolutely.
It looks great.
So it's about soft things.
Okay.
And this also, the bag is from the Bay.
We're going to do more spring fashion after the break, so stay with us.
Thank you.